Look at this. We're about to do it. Calpheon Ball 2025. Let's put some chill music on while we're doing this. Okay, the leak, and again, alleged data leak. It's very different, right? Just because people say it's a leak and all that, it doesn't mean that it's actually real. But I hope it is. So I'll read it here. The second part of Idania is in development. A roadmap has been added to chart paths in the location. Group content for Idania era is being prepared, either for the first or second part. This may include joint boss fights such as the Black Temple, modifications to groups to grinding spots in the first part of the zone with its Idania, or new group spots with ancient monsters. Also, underwater hunting ground of Sucrier will be updated and improved after many years. Not just a small tweak, but a complete restructuring of the spot. So those are like the two big ones. Other stuff, don't care about that. Let's take a look. Sucrier rework, something like that, right? Bold. It should be bold already. I don't know why it's maybe it's the maybe we should take another one here. Maybe like that's better, right? Yeah, white text is better. That looks better. Yeah. That looks good. I think that's good. Okay, Sucrier rework, and then here Idania party stuff. Right? Idania party stuff as well. And these two here, again, so you guys are aware, is in reference to a alleged potential data leak. So I wanted to put those on the group spot and then the Sucrier rework, just so we also remember, like, was this real? Was this real? Yeah. Yeah, so like the reason I just say party stuff is again the data leak, alleged data leak. Group content for Idania is being prepared either for the first or second part. May include joint boss fights like Black Temple, modification to grind spots in the first part of the zone, or new group spots with ancient. So like the intel or whatever, it's like it's very wishy-washy, which is understandable because like obviously if you gotta get this info from either the files or leaks or whatever, right? It's not going to be like super specific. It's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be like party stuff. But yeah, like I'm not expecting this stuff. The coping, but we had ball stuff, not deliver stuff for the past 3 years. I give up on PA. That's not true, bro. Like the last like 2 years or so, they have most definitely been delivering vast majority of stuff at the balls. They changed the approach to the balls a couple of years ago and what they're announcing. So like you're categorically incorrect. It was of Destiny. There's still believes Elder Blood is coming. I don't think he actually believes that. I'm fairly sure the one that choiced it was a Copium Ball. It was a Copium Ball. It wasn't his like bingo. It was all the Copium stuff. So I don't believe he actually thinks it's coming. All of us also Blood enjoyers have long given up on that. Long given up on it. Okay. So Sucrier rework and Idania party stuff. New hammer for Idania armors. Should we have like, we'll wait a bit with the freebies, Midroll. I'm not a big fan of the freebie stuff. I think it's just a bit boring having on because we know we're gonna get a lot of freebies. Like sure, we'll add some. New origin, right? I like that. 300 plus origin. Sure, I like it. Daycare Gyphon, right? Oh shit. What is happening? Why is it? What the what? Why did it? Why is it so fat right now? Why does this look so different than the other ones? What? Why is this so different? Oh, I thought it already was. I thought it already was. No. No, it's different. Look at how different like all of these are. This one, they're all different. What the fuck is... They're all different, guys. Yeah. I'm not rage baiting. Look. Look, even it's different. It is literally different. Even the 300 with fat and no fat, like they're actually different. Even the funds of loot boxes, yeah. Why are they different? What happened? No, typeless. Like right, I just typeless. Like I'm trying to keep up. Like you're all over the place. It's hard for me. Then to infirmary, no, that's literally different, man. It's not the same. You guys are absolutely out of your fucking mind. They are not the same. Bro, like, look at the difference. You guys are crazy. How can you say that these two are the same? You are fucking trolling right now. This is not the same. You guys are so... Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. How can you say that these two letters are the same? They're not the same. They're not the same. You guys are trolling. How can you say that these two eyes are the same? Look at the difference. Oh, it's out of the frame right now. One second. God damn it. Look at that. Look at the two eyes. The E's. Is it E's? Eyes. An I. E. It's an I. It's an I. Yeah. They are different. And I hate you guys. I absolutely fucking hate you guys. They are not the same. Look at this as well. This is... What? I can't even bolt it now. I don't know. I give up. Let's just fill it out. I give up. This is fucking cooked, dude. God, this is cooked. This is so... I give up. Type the same message again? Sure. Literally not the same. Quite literally not the same. Just look. How can you say that these two are the same? Look at the difference. Look at the difference between, again, the two eyes. It's actually the same. You guys are fucking trolling. That is insane. Look at how different the G's are. Right now, look here. Like, the R, now, like, it doesn't even fit. It's not as tall. It's not even as tall as the other one. And then the G is not as... No, I'm not right. I need to download more RAM. Same. You're crazy. There is no way you guys are doing this right now. There is actually no way you guys are trying to gaslight me like this. There is no way you guys are trying to gaslight me like this. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Wow. Gets pixelated after confirmation. They are still not the same. Look at the dots. Look at the dots. They're not the same. They're not the same. What do you mean? They are so... Oh my god, you guys are... Oh, is this how I go bald? Is this how I lose my hair? Is this how I lose my hair? Why are we getting RNG fund? I don't know. I don't know. And then don't get me started on this one. Look at the eye over here. Like look at the eye over here. Look at the eye over here compared to over here. And then I have and then the new one I'm doing is even different again. They're like constantly changing. They're constantly changing. Oh my god. This is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't get it. The Calpheon? Yeah. Okay. What's the other one? Let's just ignore it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Maybe paint.net? Yeah, I probably should. Whatever. This is fine. It's fine. It's just having some slight issues. Let's not throw the water out with the baby. Something like that. Yeah, losing weight. Yeah, just slimming down. Okay. So, save it delayed, you're banned. Okay, what else could we do? What else could we be doing? Okay, what is this? What? Now I can't even turn it off? I can't even turn it off now! No! What is this? Okay, now I could turn it off. This is so cooked. Dude. Dead Fallen God. Ben Debo. Get down it. Right. Fronts. Something like that, right? Just a big giveaway thingy. Something like that. Or should we do like down air frag box? Something like that. And then we do our pin debo. Okay, there we go, right. Something like that. And then we can go down here, like we'll add one here, and we'll call like a nav Kara. That's front box. Choose your something like this, right? Right. Yes, we'll do that as well. Acres reduction. That how power falling guard. Right, I think that's good. We'll do this. Acres. Fuck. Right? Oh yeah, pity. Pity, right? Whatever. It's like, you know, it's acres. It's called acres fever, right? Pity reduction. Yeah. Okay. New mounts. New mounts. New mounts. No, nothing. We will tell you what we imagine. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh yeah. New item slot. New item slot. New tier accessory. New tier of accessories. Like I think it's gonna be one of these two. I think it's gonna be one of those two. Also, blood rework. That's cooked. Upgrade rebels. I mean, like upgradable crystals. New crystal upgrades. I'll put that on. New crystal upgrades. Yeah, I could put that on. Ugh. Why won't it remove now? Control set. Move it. What? No. New crystal upgrade. Alchemy stone rework, sure. Elkstone rework, sure. Bow hunting. Oh right, bow hunting. Fuck that. Gets updated before the rest of the world, obviously. No, I don't think that happens. New gamer boxes. I don't think they're gonna announce that at the ball.
I've got your permit right here.
Universal gear. I will put it on. Universal gear. Life skill updates. Life skill updates. We'll put this in there. New treasure. Yes. Is that how I spell treasure? New treasure. 100% it will does, and they even did it on mobile. New grindable outfits. I guess that goes on a new treasure, right? Idania party stuff is already there. Swissy. Idania party stuff. 100 floor dungeon? Yes. 100 floor dungeon. We'll put it in. Yeah, sure. Winter region part 2. I guess we go like here. Dania. Part 2. I don't think they're ever gonna do Elvia HBO because I mean they came out and said when it comes to Elvia, hardcore servers, yes. They're not gonna do it because of server issues. Yeah, the servers can't handle it. Hardcore servers. We already know that. I'm not gonna put it on. Savior is like a free one. Savior. I guess we just go in here and go like Savior. Free spot. Alright, is that what you want? Like, it's silly. We don't know that. Trade rework? I doubt it. Small Dikia. I mean, we already did the Dikia, Gyfin, and Mirmurk is on there, yeah. Yeah, but then I need to remove this, and then I don't know how to do that. New class teaser. Okay? Maybe they teased the new class. Like the class after Savior. Huh? Right. Loyalty update plus car slot. That's the cope, right? That's a cope one. Necromancer. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Reefer Stone upgrades already. We only have 5 left, right? We only have 5 left, guys. We're gonna make them count. And I need to go into my penis. I just go into my penis real quick. So I will be right back. Yeah, the stars, and that was actually something they talked about ages ago, right? That was, if I remember correctly, the stars and stuff was like supposed to be the 100 layer dungeon, but instead of upwards, it was downwards, like 100 layer abyss thingy. New PvP mode. I don't think they're gonna do more PvP stuff. I think this year was for all the new PvP game modes. Yeah, I think they're gonna be more life skill stuff this time around. Missing manus tools, like farming. I mean, I have like life school updates. I guess that's pretty free. Unifying. Like we only have 5 spots left, guys. There gotta be some big stuff, some fun stuff, right? I think it's maid updates. Like, what would the maid update be? We work in alchemy to be like cooking. That's a bit much. What's up, Sanders? We're trying to make some Calpheon Ball predictions here. The Calpheon Ball bingo. Here's the stuff we got at the moment. We got 5 spots left. Third tag. They talked. I mean, then they will go back on it, Jay, because at the Heidel Ball, I think it was, maybe last year, they talked about it and they said they weren't doing it, but they were looking at other ways. White Desert, maybe. Why is high player base? Oh god, we can all be so happy. So lucky Rolly. Oh, is that included in part 2? Yes, it is. Sort of. I guess we could remove one of them, right? And universal weapons remove the requirements for attack, yeah. Exactly. Third tag is universal weapon category. I agree. All the subtypes pros buffs into the value pack. Need to do this. I agree. They have addressed it in the past, and their excuse was basically we want to make more money. Yeah. Cup hearts for armors. I don't know. Maybe. Sounds boring. A new sub. You know what? That's a good idea. Fairy rework. Oh, that would be sick. Would they put? Would they If Pro Shop being there, of course it's not going to be there, Anthony. Like, why would they announce at Calpheon Ball new Gamba boxes? That makes no sense. They just put them in. New skills for all classes. New hardcore season. Yeah, I posted that on hardcore servers. Yeah. New crystal slot, new slot. Yeah, I got the new gear slot up here. Okay, so let me read what I have, guys. Let me read what I have. We have. Sukraya rework, Idania party stuff, 300 plus origins, Ikia Gyfin Mirrormerk, Tit Folding Guards as Idana fragment box, PD reduction, Karasat Folding Guard, new item slot, new tier accessories, new crystal upgrades, choose your Nuff Karas as Cron box, Alchemy Stone rework, universal gear, life skill updates, new treasure, 100 floor. Because, okay, thank fucking God, Destiny, thank you. Yes, people have been saying it's the same. It's been pissing me off. I don't know why it changes how bold it is. It just doesn't. It makes no fucking sense. And people say, oh, they're the same. Like, actually trying to gaslight me. See, now they're doing it again. Nobody knows. But yeah, it makes no sense. But there you go. It's RNG font. Euroscure, life skill update, new treasure, 100 floor dungeon, Winter Vision Part 2. I guess these two are sort of like the same, right? They're sort of the same. Idania Part 2, hardcore servers, new class tier teaser, loyalty update, plus character slot. Boat gear? You know what? New boat gear? Maybe? Maybe? Bow hunting? They are the same. I literally, like, go back in the VOD Destiny and look. It's fucking weird. It makes no sense. Like, it's like the same setups and everything, but it just changes, yeah. Also, to be fair, like, it's different sizes. Like, font size, some of them. Permanent AOS faster season? Nah, they're not gonna do that. New rework full bus. Maybe. T11 combined or something new with lightning horse, new mount. Maybe. You just like do a horse stuff? New boat less here. Something like that? Alright, maybe that? Something like that? Return to class theme costumes. Ooh. OG costumes. I like that. That's a good idea, Heidi Soul. That's a good one. That works like Maver. I mean, they're not going to be that specific. Like, there's 30 classes. They're not doing... yeah. They're not, like, announcing a singular class update for this stuff. That's not happening. Idan enhancement. New life gear. It's like life skill update. Yeah. New type of crons. Yeah, double cron. Universal gear. It's on there. It's on there. Right here. Universal gear. I agree. That won't happen. Way too much work. Maybe. Look, this is why. Like, this is what we are hoping for. Free chat fallen guard. It's there. Free chat fallen guard. There. Game engine optimization. Like, that's what. Yeah, that's like OG customs. That's why I have that on. Some sort of OG costumes. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be class costumes, guys. It could be class costumes, but it could also be like back to fantasy costumes. OG shit like armors and all. Oh, Nami, that would be sick too. Engine, game engine upgrade. I mean, I don't think they can even do that, Megami. Here's the Velhard. Last time I got thought, maybe, yeah. Node Wall rework number 3. Is it only 3? Isn't it like number 6 or 7? I guess it depends like how big it is for you to like how much you view a Node Wall rework. Console PC merge not happening. In-game event for Crimson Desert release. I mean, Crimson Desert isn't launching for another 3 months, right? Would they talk about that on Calpheon Ball? Siege rework probably. Yeah. You know what? Node Wall, Siege stuff. Okay. You know what? Weapon glows. Weapon glow. I feel like we need something else. Like, we're probably gonna change some of these in F3. There we go. Of course. New cups? Nah, we just got new cups. High type, right? I don't think it's so light. Of course, it could be possible. I think I'm gonna remove like this one up here because it's pretty much the one that's already there. So we can do a new one here. Here. So we can do something else here. ABF map and stuff. Maybe. Make the bingo board bigger. No, that doesn't work. Convenience sub to the marketplace. What do you think this is? AN2? Everybody's doing this in paint? Shut up, Luffy. Why you gotta do it like this? It's fine. Like, paint works. What is with the paint hate? I didn't say the glow is off the list already. Yes, but they say that about a lot of stuff, Steven. So, this is the beautiful thing with a video game and a company that makes that video game. They can just do it. Yeah, like, they also said that they're never gonna make a gunner class. Well, they actually didn't say they were never going to. They weren't going to do it until it made sense. They also said that they weren't going to do like X, Y, and Z. They said they were going to do X, Y, and Z, and just didn't do it. Right? Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. We'll just fucking do it. To change skill color and halo lighting over my PG. Yes, dude, Caddis. Thank you so much for the biddies, man. I appreciate that a lot. No, like, it can't be that specific. We already got here new class teaser. So that could be the Necro, right? It's right here, guys. New class teaser. So just like they did Savior teaser for Wukong, we've already put in next class teaser here. So that could be Necro, sure. Maybe not. Yeah, but I agree. We got weapon glow. Yeah. What's about MC? Nah. We don't leave freebies here. Armor cups. Do we think they're doing armor cups? They're not doing a T10 Voltron. Oh, yeah. Oh, we could do that. I like that. T10 Voltron? Yeah. What the fuck? Why is it different now? There we go. That's good. Like a T10 Volt or new horseman. Guide rocket for naval battles? That's crazy. Level cap rework. Ooh, Ellis. Yeah, for new players. Yes, I want that in there. Okay, which one are we taking out, guys? Which one are we taking out? Maybe we combine the freebies. You know what? We're gonna combine the freebies, guys. We're gonna combine the freebies. This year is now going to be like basically, where's the other one? Yeah. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This here is going to be combined now. Okay. Set fallen guard. Or pin table 3B. There we go. And then down here, we get reworked leveling experience. Not like XP, but like the experience of leveling up. That's pretty good, right? I think that's good.
Hey, got a permit for those guns?
There we go. Nobody's gonna notice that. Beautiful. I'm actually just a professional. Dude, I'm so good. I'm so good. Look at this. Look at this. Nobody's gonna notice a damn thing. Actually, just too good. And I am him. I'm him at this. I should make a guide on using. Oh wait, that's not good. Yeah, that looks good, right? Perfect. Maybe we'll do a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good. They don't call me the MS Paint God for nothing, you know. Oh, that's not good. Nice, bro. Nailed it. I should probably do something down here. Or maybe we'll do, like, take this. This looks big, man. We're gonna do like this. Look at that. Nobody's gonna notice anything. Man, I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this. Look at that. Perfection, man. Actual perfection. Okay, is there anything else we're missing? I feel like this is a pretty darn good list. That was what? Exactly. Exactly. Looking clean. It's looking really good, right? Paint guy win? Yeah, I might have to make one. I might have to make one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, looking at this, you would believe my mom had me diagnosed as an artist when I was a kid. So yeah, I was diagnosed with autism. Okay, clearly shows. Actually, just too good. Too good. So look the same. Good job. Thank you. No, artist, and not like clearly artist. Yeah. Is this the list? I feel like we could tweak it a bit. I feel like we could tweak it a little bit. It's unacceptable that they managed to announce alchemy work in Calpheon Ball and push the Calpheon Ball and beyond. Okay, then don't accept it. What are you gonna do about the spine? No, the truth is, it is acceptable because what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nothing is what you're gonna do about it, which means it's acceptable. You might not like it. I don't like it, but no, it's literally the definition of acceptable. But something that's really unlikely, but it's a slight chance. Ooh, okay, like they're making the game good. I'm sorry, I like the game. I'm just memeing. I'm memeing. Yeah, we're campaigns. Oh, that's a good one, Bexy. Yeah, I could see them doing something like that. I definitely think so. We have like here rework the leveling experience. I feel like that could fall in under that. I feel like that could fall in under that. What about adding group content as like Idania party stuff or Dekia Gaifen Mirrorwork? Like those two? Yeah, that could work. Yeah. Something that is highly unlikely but have a small chance. Echo Shiva convertible scroll coin? No. Good morning, Valkyrie. Good morning. There's one or two hard. There's a few, right? There already is. Reduce Peter and Carasets. It's right there. Peter reduction, Caraset, and folding guard. New treasure item. It's also there. I'll read again. We have people tuning in all the time, of course. So I'll just read the ones we have. Valkyrie, do you think I would make one without universal weapon on? Would I ever make a ball? Yeah. Okay, Sakria rework. Idania party stuff. 300 plus origins. Dekia / Gaifen. Dekia, Gaifen / Mirrorwork. Ted Folding Guard / Pin Devo freebie. Peter reduction, Caraset, Folding Guard. New item slot. New tier accessories. New crystal upgrades. Reworked leveling experience. Alchemy Stone rework. Universal gear. Life skill updates. New treasure. T10 Voltaren / new horse. Winter Region Part 2, Idania Part 2. It's pretty much only going to be one of them, but maybe they'll show something and I'll check it off. Hardcore servers, new class teaser. So the next class after Savior being teased, right? Loyalty update plus character slot. New / reworked world bosses. New boat / boat gear. OG costumes. So this could be class costumes or it could be old school fantasy costumes. None of this high fantasy, but like old grim dark fantasy. Node War / Siege stuff could be like Siege rework or whatever, right? And then Weapon Glow, parentheses in F3. A big class rework. So they're doing. It depends what you mean, Kira. It depends what you mean when you say class rework. Are they gonna go through and do like they did in 2021? I don't think so because they're doing class balance right now. Like right now, they're doing class balancing for the next couple of weeks. So if they were gonna do a big class rework, would they be doing class balancing right now? Probably not. If you're talking about like say a big universal change, like with evasion chains or resistance removal, sure, that could happen. I could see that. That could happen. That they do something like big super armor shred, like removing super armors. You know, like that option 2. I feel like I've heard about this once. Something about an option 2. It's happened. I think DPS. Let's get any greater. They'll do what? Darken. Like maybe 2 Necromancer. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You should put the PC console cosplay. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, so that was what you're talking about. I don't think it's gonna happen. But it's way more likely than it used to be. I'll say that much. Should we put it on there? Should we put it on there? You never fucking know. There was a skill that makes people cancel for 3 seconds. Oh yeah. New RBF? Yeah, I thought about that as well, like some RBF update. Maybe we should just like, instead of the Node War C stuff, I think it's too narrow as well. Maybe we just do a PvP content update thingy. Right, that could be, that could then be a, what's it called? Like RBF or whatnot, right? Hacker Sørensen, that's all. That's all. Wait, I'm an absolute idiot. Oh shit. New content like last content, it's already on there. Okay. I see what you're saying, Laffy. Okay, maybe that's a bit too wide. Yeah, okay, guys. I think they might announce PvE content, maybe some live skill content, and maybe some PvP content. Let's just call it a day, guys. Let's just call it a day. Let's just have those 3 on the bingo card and just call it a day. I feel like we're gonna have a full. Okay. I see what you're saying, Laffy. I see what you're saying. Yeah, like no shit. Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit too free. Fair enough. You forgot? No, I didn't forget. I didn't put it on. They announced something. Yeah. God damn it. Okay. Too many things, man. What do you guys wanna? Guildworks, like other than guild pay, max week. Yeah, but like, what do we take out? Before we try to add new things, guys, what are we taking out? We got some new mounts here, new mount stuff. I'm not even gonna put reduce PD and sovereign on. It's not gonna happen. The only thing I could see them do is PD reduction of Karasat and Fallen Guard. I think there's just no chance to do a sovereign reduction mirror. Idanpad 2 is given, so I added there. Is it though? Is it though? I mean, Winter Region Part 2 was given before Idania, but then they just changed it. But it's basically free? How so? I don't agree that Idania Part 2 is a given. They could totally do Winter Region Part 2 instead of Idania Part 2. Winter Region Part 2 is supposed to come before Idania. Seven carrots that's sellable. Again, I don't know what we will be taking out. If land more like Grindspot that was promised. Was there a 5th one promised, Stephen? Wasn't it only the 4th? The 4th? Was there a 5th one? Oh, you're right. There was a 5th one. The plateau, right? Yeah, there's like this plateau. No, you're right. There was a 5th spot promised. Isn't Savior part of Dana Part 2 update? No. Oh. Okay, so like, Inval, do you think that Idania Part 2 is gonna be coming out the maintenance after. Of course it's not. I think it's very likely Dynapad 2 is going to be announced, or at least talked about and shown. But it's, yeah, with 3-4 months. Oh, yeah, sure. This would be hardcore so exclusive. No. Oh, it should be what? Will be. Oh, I don't understand what that means. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? It's also not here because it's guaranteed. Elkstone rework right here. No, Elkstone is not a guaranteed. We only know that it was announced for winter, right? So no, it's not a guaranteed. It's on here as well. It's all good. No, I think I'm gonna show more video part 2 teasers of past stars of the game. Should we change this one here, Idania part 2? I mean, okay, so realistically, they will show something. I do agree that showing something about Idania part 2 is a given. Like, when I had this on, for me, it was like announcement of Idania part 2 coming out, right? I 100% think they're showing something about it. So I'm totally fine removing Idania part 2, and then maybe putting something like less obvious in, like showcasing more of the old world. Or talking about that. Oh, more AP, so add an AP bracelet. Yeah, we need more AP. Like, I want a cloak cure. I want to make a cloak arm slot and then separate all cloaks from the outfits as well. Like, separate cloak costume slot. Ooh. So about the Dynapad part 2, yeah, I mean, I would be checking it out as well. If they just like mention the Dynapad part 2, I would check out. So it is, in that case, like, that's not what I was intending when I wrote it, but I also know, like, yeah, I would just check it out if they mention Dynapad part 2, right? So I agree. In that case, it is free. It is a given. So we're gonna remove it, and we'll put something else in here. We'll put something else in. Free pets, dice rework, upgrade dice board. Yeah. In announcements that would give you a bingo. Great. Can you start with the boat stuff? Yeah. Start with boat stuff. Crossplay. Should I put crossplay in there? It's such a wild shot. I mean, I personally don't think it's happening at all. I do understand that they're up to date now, so it could happen. I just don't. Do we have something better to put in there? Cosmo, which our friend said she'll make me coffee. Okay, that's a nice one. We love some coffee, Dodo. But it's a major change. I agree, Megami. It's a boring one to put in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, the time jump preview. Right. Chapter 2 preview. That's what I wanted to put in. Needs to save money, and we save a lot of money, and yeah. A3 is my rage transfer. Same, Laffy. Same. Yeah. I think that's the case for most people. Transfer the enhancing rage into negative value. Negative balance. Make it happen? That would be sick. You can predict anything. They can just talk about things with no promises being made. Other than the roadmap, just change their minds. They stop. Yeah, but like that's always been the case. Okay. Yeah, no shit. Like, do you live under a rock or something? It doesn't matter what PA says. It only matters what they do. Should we not make a bingo then? Oh, guys, we can't have fun. Guys, we can't have fun. We can't do a bingo. We can't do a prediction of what they might talk about because they might not do it. Yeah. So because PA doesn't always do the things they say, then we can't have fun. Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Also, wearing all this school is basically that would be sick, dude. That would be sick. FSR 3.0, I hope they would do that. It's a bit weird to haven't done that stuff again, yeah. If you buy a current desert pre now, get 2 cron fishing rod. Ooh, I'll take that. Third tag basically goes on like universal gear. Technically do, it's just the only do when the game is done. Despite having it's despite having what the highest team numbers in the history of the game for the last 2 months. True, dead game. To get answer at the poll. That would be fire, man. That would be fire. Are the gummy holes flask needed? No, they're not. They're not. Make shy OP again? No, Faisal. So what they did was they removed like Misty percentages, all that OP stuff from shy. So in a classic BDO fashion, they just add that to the next class. Hey, what's up, Cello? They just add it to the next class. So Staver is probably gonna have a percentage DR thread. What do you think will be the Calpheon Ball login rewards? Other than the ton of cornerstones, I did add up here Ted Fallen Guard Pin Dibble freebie. I think that's gonna be something like that. I could see that. But for me, like I feel like if they do that, it's gonna probably come with the announcement of new gear, right? They'll use red gear as outfits to allow players to use black stars and skins since PA worked hard on them. Oh, like they did with the like they did with the Dana armor, turning it into outfits. That'd be sick. But I mean, do we think they're gonna do that? I mean, it's a bingo, right? It's not a copium ball, right? So like, we're just doing the bingo. Berry simplification. Oh, that would be nice, yeah. That would be nice. That's why famous but known instead of knowledgeable. Spare card. Again, I would love them on here, but I don't know what we'll be taking out. I feel like they're like a bit small. Character creator update. Oh, so you have like your party diesel. Isn't that what they did in World of Warcraft? I seem to remember they did that in World of Warcraft, where I have like your characters sitting around a campfire or something in the loading screen. Like your most played ones, your most recent played ones. That would be sick. Crimson Desert, XPDO, crossover announcement. It's 3 months away. Would they announce that at the ball? I think I would rather put the console crossplay on. Trade rework version 2. Isn't it version 3? I think it's trade rework version 3. But yeah, Balenciaga, Kolov. PvP balance announcement, but they're already doing that, right, Brixie? So we don't need to put that on. They are currently doing PvP class balancing with some PvE, but like most of the stuff is PvP they did last week. Ooh, mansion update. Like guild manor update. That could be a thing. Like the life skill in guild manors. A male bolt slider. This guy BDOs. This guy knows what's up. You have your priorities straight. I love it, DJ. Mana mates with friends. That sounds like so much fun. It's a wish list or visual thinking. It's a bit of a mix, right? It's like what we want to see / what we think we could see at the ball announcement here next week. They're not doing a big change like that, honey. Ascension for all classes now. They also shouldn't do it. Just leave the old classes Like, and just make essentially new classes. Yeah, new RF max. Okay, so like for the last one here, I'm thinking like either we look at the 100,000 year back, but that's boring. RBF rework, that's definitely on the mind, and then console crossplay. Worry about the last one? Nah. I already got some. Yeah, the 100 floor dungeon. That's like in the Winter Region Part 2. God, stop it, honey. No, okay, Hava. I'm gonna call you Hava. God damn, man. I walked straight into that one. You do this on purpose, I'm sure. Ungender lock classes. That is wishful thinking, right? FK grinding, yeah, we got FK fishing. That's all you're gonna get. Oh yeah, the dungeon rework, the old dungeon rework. I do want to add dungeons in here. Oh wait, no, that actually goes up to Idania stuff. There's like some, yeah. Dude, there's so many things I want to put on. Shadow Arena 2.0. Okay, Diesel, hear me out. I could see it. Where Winds Meet is super popular. It's doing so well. It looks to be a really freaking good game. And one of the things that has that a lot of people are enjoying and playing and really like talking about big is that Shadow Arena they have. They have the Battle Royale. And PA is not afraid to look at what other games do, right? And just steal. And turns out they're going to just reintroduce their own shit. I'm going to put it on. I want it on. I'm going to put Shadow Arena 2.0 on. The other reason why I'm going to put this on is because it's obviously something that people have been talking about. Sort of like Battle Royale. Sort of. Shadow Arena is something people have been talking about so much. Isn't the 12th December? It's the 13th. I guess it depends on your time zone, right? But it's 13 in the morning on the year. What next? Also Blood? Wait, I'm not putting Also Blood on. I'm not putting it on. I don't for a second think we're gonna get Also Blood ever. I think that shit is dead. I think there's an actual chance of Shadow Arena because one, people still talk about it. Nobody talks about Also Blood except like me and Choice, I think. Nobody else cares, right? Well, they do care, but like we forgot about it. It's forgotten. It's at the farm up north. Shadow Arena people still talk about. It's still one of the most like mentioned things. Like, oh, the good old days. I missed this. This was great. Two, Where Winds Meet are doing it, and it's great. It's great. Competition hopefully is good for us, right? They see it's great over there. They could just bring it back. And three, the fact that they're bringing Daycare Gyphon, right? Something that was cancelled. They brought it back. Major live service, right? They brought it back because people were asking for group spots. So maybe, just maybe, there's a bigger chance that there are people like PA doing what people are asking for. Like the Daycare group spot stuff. There's also some data leaks about other Idania group spots that they're working on, which obviously wasn't the original plan. So if they're willing to make these changes and updates and bring group content back that was cancelled, I think there is at least a higher chance that we could see Shadow Arena again. I think it's a non-zero probability. Yeah. And there, or whatever. That's in the Winter Region Part 2. Winter Region Part 2 is the place where they announced the 100 floor dungeon, Cactus, so that's why, like, it's, I didn't put two. I had the original, I had a 100 floor and then a Winter Region. Like, I just put it together, like, in one. Alright. I mean, we could change this, I guess, Winter Region to the 100 floor dungeon. Should we do that instead? No, it was in Winter Region. I guess, like, here's the thing. just because the 100th floor dungeon was planned for Winter Region. Okay, so fun story. The 100th floor dungeon was not planned for Winter Region originally. The 100th floor dungeon was an abyss. It wasn't 100 floors, it was 100 like levels down. So they just took their plans for the abyss and flipped it up, and now it's like a tower. But that they already had this. They canceled it many years ago. I think it was supposed to be the Star's End abyssal thingy. So the point is, right, just because they said that this like 100 floor dungeon thingy was planned for Winter Region, it doesn't mean that it will be in Winter Region. They can just move it somewhere else and do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I think we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll change Winter Region Part 2. And this year, we're instead gonna do the... yeah, this year is now going to be... yeah, we'll just do this, right? And we'll go 100 floor dungeon. I like that. Like 6 concepts to put effort into development. Yeah. But I do want to let you know, Ted, right? It was something they announced in the past. Except like instead of going up, you went down. And they're like different iterations of it. I think originally it was meant to be like an area where other people was as well, and you were grinding over each other, and you went further, you could fight. But they canceled it, and the reasoning was they couldn't make it work proper. They couldn't make it fun or whatever. I don't know, fun was something else. But like they couldn't make it proper work. But then like years later, they brought it back as an announcement for a different stuff, right? But also now it's probably not going to be like a PvP zone thingy. Probably just going to be a what's it called? World of Warcraft had it as well. Torgeist, I think. Torgeist. I know tons of other games have these like floors where it gets harder and harder and harder. Maybe you get buffs or whatever, and you can attempt it once a week. The further you go, the better rewards you get. Something like that, you know. Torghast, that was it. It could be something like that. I know Torghast was not a great success, right? I do get it. But more the point of it, right? Having these, it's not a new invention. It's not with weekly content. Yeah, but how do you do something like this if it isn't sort of a weekly content? Yeah, Torghast, yeah. And I think that's why they canceled it, because, yeah. If they could make it so it was literally like 100 difficulty levels of grind spots, and basically like the further you could grind, the harder it became, and you got drops there that make you stronger, so you grind further, that would be cool. You know this, I'll be happy. What about grindable costumes? I have it on like new treasure. Dinda and Banana Man. So like after new treasure one, I feel like the likelihood of getting a new treasure item is so small that we had to just make one for it. It would be a bit much having like a new treasure and then also new grindable treasure armor, things like that. We haven't had that in ages. We had the lamp, right? That's about it. Yeah. I mean, the appears online mechanics they can use. Yeah. Balance the carousel route based on dependable prices. Yeah, potentially. Answer crowns worlds, rates and rated grinding. All I was sick, dude. And T3 to 5 ticket spots. You guys, okay, I'll say what I would hope to see for daycare updates, and you can let me know what you guys think, right? So, first off, I do want to say I hate daycare spots. I absolutely hate daycare spots. I pillar spots. Let me run in circles. I like running in circles. I don't like standing still. I hate pillar spots. But I would still want this update because I think it would be great for a lot of people, and it would be at least plausible for them to do it. Okay. They should make Daycare 1 and Daycare 2 versions on all spots. Plus, when you go there to use your lantern, instead of just using your lantern, you open up the UI like when you do relics, and you can put in between 1 and 5 lanterns. So make daycare lantern spots scale from solo to 5-man party, 2, 3, 4, 5. As many people put in it scales the spot and the drops to that amount. So you have dynamic group spots on all the daycare spots. I don't think it's possible or remotely likely that they're going to make dynamic group grinding on regular spots, but it should be totally doable to scale this on a daycare spot. Hell no, statics will dust solo players. So what? Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. There are plenty of spots, right? There are plenty of grind spots. Yeah. You just go somewhere else. Like, you're not gonna have every single daycare lantern on every single channel taken. And here, okay, hot take. Bro, if you have every single daycare spot on every single channel taken by groups, I think that's pretty cool. You know what you can do? You can go over there and be like, hey, motherfuckers, I see you're 3 guys grinding. How about I join and now we're 4? Oh no! Now you're group grinding! That's crazy! Oh, you flag up and kill them and feed them some mobs. That works too. The high school game, yeah. Is that what all of you? I know. This is bad bots. Those spots where you run in circles, make others eat your dust by part of Mayor life. True and real. I mean, I agree. I would love that as well. But like, I feel like that would be a really, really cool addition. If Soul is 5% more efficient than doing it says with 3 or vice versa? Is what if Soul is 5% more efficient than doing the same spot as 3 people? No, it should just be all the way around, right? Yeah. And of course, there's gonna be people that are just like more efficient solo, but obviously it should be slightly better if you're the more people that are there. I can't stop grinding on Sock Nova. Help! I told you, Puck. I told you, dude. Sock Nova PvE is it. It is so good. There'll be so many people crying that group stuff is better than party solo spawn. Well, fuck 'em, who cares? Party grinding should always be slightly better than solo grinding, like 1-to-1, simply because of the effort it takes to get a group together. That's my opinion. I'll stand by it. That's a hill I will die on. As somebody that doesn't even do group spots, like I prefer solo grinding. I think that like 1-to-1 comparison, like if you have like the same drops and everything, you have solo version, group version. The group version should be slightly better every single time. Was that way for months? It was cool when it's fresh. Yeah. Static parties will always have an edge. So what? Then make a static party, Raz. Then get a static party. Yeah, no shit. People that know each other and do the same stuff together, they build a cohesion and yeah. It's crazy, dude. Like, what are you talking about? How to schedule 1 versus 3? Of course it is. Does it make friends? You don't have to be friends. You just find people that plays the game at the same time you play it. And then you just group up and you don't even have to talk. It's great. And also, how do you think a static group came to be, Raz? Do you think like a static group just materialized out of nowhere? Or do you think maybe there was like some setting up of that group? Oh, there's actually some effort going into setting up the group? Like Discord? Yeah, so you spend time and effort setting up a group and making a group. And agreeing like when you are gonna be on. And then you be on at that time at the same time. And then you still have to like coordinate and like some guy is running late because he has diarrhea. Yeah, though, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a static group, there's still more effort going into it than you just sitting down like, oh, I'll go hit mobs. Of course that should be rewarded. Definitely shouldn't be worse than solo grinding. How much you got to grind? No, nothing yet. We did bosses and everything, yeah. We follow schedules like 5 to 9 jobs. Yeah, you just go out there, right? Like, imagine how awesome it is if a spot is actually a static group. So if you just go out there yourself, if you go out there yourself and you just, like, some people are grinding, you want to grind, you're like, hey, can I join? And instead of being like, no, like, we're grinding Olens, we're 3 people, of course you can't fucking grind, are you stupid? No, like, why would you, like, no, you can't join, it's a 3-man spot, we're 3 men grinding, go the fuck away. They're like, oh yeah, like, so it's 3, you join now 4 people get loot. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, you can join. Wow, isn't that crazy? That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yeah. PA will never do that to solo grinding. Groups will earn less, but will competitive to grind solo. Have you never heard about Olens, Stephen King? Olen used to be the best grind spot in the game for ages. Like, literally years. Then 20 people join in, 3 people grinding, 7 people get free money, kick. Brixie. Did you miss the part where I said that it would scale to however many decade lanterns you put in? So it's 1 to 5. And also, even so, if it's scaled up to a platoon, right? And 17 people go AFK, and it scales 20x in, like, difficulty and tankiness. That's like saying that, oh yeah, you got 3 people going out to Olens and only 1 is grinding and the other 2 are just collecting free loot. Like, what are you talking about, Brixie? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's not very efficient. Yeah, 1 guy grinding. Also, the other guys don't even get loot if they don't hit it, right? No, that's not how it's gonna work. The virtual spot in the game can be group grinds, game saved. You have group, like, looking for group in the game, yeah. Dungeon time spots. What do you mean with that? They're also doing ERP while you grind. Well, then somebody's definitely doing some grinding involved. Doesn't have to be mobs, right? Oh, god damn it. T2 plays has been giga each time. Exactly, Abyssal. So it's just like I don't know what like these ideas are that people have about group spots. For instance, too, with leechers. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy to do, right? But also, if the difficulty scales up, Sixon, and people are not helping, then it lowers your value. And obviously, it would be like with daycare spots, like when you put in relics, like you summon relics, right? You go 1 to 5 with the relics. Just do that with daycare spots. So depending on how many lanterns you put in between 1 to 5, it scales to that amount. Mentioned lowering the weight of trash from areas below 3, and here a month later they did it. Yeah, I know, Shiko. It's almost like PA listens to feedback at times. Not always, and not everything can be done quick, right? But yeah. It'll be fun. Like, sometimes, I don't know if you know it, Chico, they actually update, here, let me show you. They actually update, like, a feedback list. Let's see if I can find it somewhere. So, maybe they'll do one, yeah, an update to this, right? So, last one's 13 November. So, pay attention to this. It'll be fun if it pops up and it's your post, Chico. Yeah, they update this, like, once in a while. Once in a while. So yeah, I don't know if it's once a month or not, but yeah.
Hey, you got a permit for those
smooth.
guns?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Permit right here.
Welcome back to the crew. More silver power crew spots. Many people come back to the game. Yeah, that too, right? That too. Like, who's some of your friends and like at least a decent value you get for new Stone, by the way, for a new upgrade. No, I don't have a Splendid Stone. I'm gonna make the Splendid when we get the new Alchemy Stone. Hopefully. Hopefully. Instead, be prepared for a Gyfin, they get a solo spot. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but they get Gyfin was on live servers like last week. And people tested it, and it was a 3-man spot. Oh, I have my doubts that they're going to then convert that to a solo spot. Farming, no concept, my friends, get more silver. Yeah, like boost them up like you do with the XP. I don't think it's crazy. I would also love, like, for me, it's less about boosting the homies, right? Of course, people exploit that as well, and RMT and shit like that, right? But I think it's more important that new players can just play together as well. Like, a lot of the times, some people have friends when they start playing video games, and then they often lose them. But how many of you guys didn't start playing BDO with like 1, 2, or 3 other people, and you played together for a while, and now obviously you're the only one still playing because, yeah, they were smarter, right? And like, wouldn't it have been amazing if you could have grinded together, actually played together, instead of just like doing a quest together and then realizing, oh shit, I need to go out and grind on my own. Like, actually playing together on the leveling experience. One of those friends might actually still be playing the game now. If you could have played together all the way through from the start to like end game, yeah, wouldn't that have been great? No, like not low-level dungeons, right? But like just low-level like grind spots, I guess, like grind spots that can scale up. Yeah, all but one of my friends quit, but the one who still plays only FK fishes and doesn't grind. We made a guild together, and I kind of do a guild missions, different guild. Find a new one, man. It sucks leaving the homie behind, right? But and somebody like somebody else, right? I know was like in a friends guild with the like a national guild, but they were just inactive. It died out, and felt bad about leaving all their friends. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's a video game. It's not like you leave them behind forever or anything. You can still talk, you can still hang out. Maybe they're gonna be like, yo, shit, I want to play too. Trying a Node War guild, popping off, having fun, doing tournaments, all that shit, man. Is this prediction or is it real? Oh, it's 100% real. All Giga confirmed. All of this is happening in my mind. It's Calpheon Ball bingo card. So no, it's full on cope, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Gonna have high level dungeons? No, not anymore. Right? They used to be, Kira, but yeah, they're completely outskilled. Completely outskilled. And those who like grinding are hooked to well. I still have a lot of friends that geek hooked to yeah. Is missing a third method of making money in MMO, which is low mid-level dungeon queue. Nah, that's just boring. Boring. Dungeon running is so boring. Like, you have to also understand like the amount of time and effort it would take to do that, like make that in a game that doesn't have it. I would rather just make new grind spots, update them, make them better, make them fun, more engaging. Like, it's a Korean grinder, it's not a dungeon crawler. What do you mean by weapon glow? So, Pearl Abyss announced a while ago, a long time ago, Black Star Weapon Glow. They even showed them. Let's see if I can find them. Wasn't it Heidel Ball 2024? Or was it Calpheon Ball? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was Dev Talk. It was Dev Talk. No, during the ball, they canceled it, right? I'm pretty sure they canceled it during the ball because see? Hey, listen. I do this shit for a living. And once in a while, I remember correctly. It's fucking rare, but it does happen. So let me revel in this W, right? They announced, they canceled it at Heidel Ball 2024. They announced it They announced it at the Dev Talk in April, but they canceled it at Heidel Ball because sovereign weapons were coming out. And you got like, what's the point of weapon glows on Black Stars when sovereign are coming out? Right. So we were all coping, and like honestly, it made sense, especially when you know that sovereign weapon glows shows through costumes. Right. They show through costumes. So, like, it would make so much sense making weapon glow for sovereign weapons, as you would basically just get the glow on your regular costumes as well. Like you have now with the yellow glow. But it's fucking ugly, man. Who wants a yellow glow with my red armor? Or like, I want purple. I want purple. I want a purple glow. Right? But I also want my Asher weapon on it, right? So, we were giga coping that it made a lot of sense. What they're gonna do is they're gonna make sovereign weapon glows. So you could, let's be realistic, buy them in the pro shop. Like, they're not just gonna like put them in for free. Come on. And I'm okay with that as well. If they're gonna put something in the pro shop, yes, I would buy weapon glows. Fuck these Gamba boxes, cut them out, chill on the pay to win, put this stuff in. Let me get out my credit card and buy weapon glows. I will do it, and I will feel good about it. Instantly. I would swipe for all of them. It's free. It's so free money, and it's one of those things where like there's no way they can even piss people off doing this, right? You know, BDO players, they always want to be mad about anything. I feel like there's no way get mad about this. I mean, I'm sure some people would, but like I would so do it. I would so listen, put it in, and then please, for the love of God, make some cool special glows as in-game achievements. Like just 1 or 2 glows that are unique for some sort of in-game achievement. That would be sick. But yeah, like, anyway, that's what it is. So they canceled. They did announce later on, I think that was at Heidel Ball or whatever, right? They did then announce that, so Sovereign Weapon Glow was something we're working on, but we couldn't make it work, so we're canceling it. It's not happening. It was apparently too complex to do. How? I don't know, because they have the Sovereign Glow. Just change the color. How? I don't understand how it can be so hard to change yellow to another color. You don't have to change the animation, just change the color from yellow to something else. I feel like that should be easy, but they said it was too hard. So the cope is, and that's what that is, it's that they actually doing it. Listen, money talks. Something is too hard, throw money at it. Boom. That's it. And they're gonna make truckload of money doing this. There's no way it's gonna be so hard and cost so much money that they're not gonna make a giga profit actually making and selling it. So, like that's why it's there. Even though they say they're not gonna do something, doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. When they say that they are gonna do something, it doesn't mean it will happen. They're poor, right? Those Gambit boxes been looking pretty good, Crew Shark. Those Gambit boxes been looking pretty solid on the bottom line. Shower fit to change the effects of blue to yellow. Yeah, right. I even forgot about that. Kothic. That is so true. What did Valkyrie say? That's a sick idea. She always comes with good ideas, but I never read it. Let me buy color chains. Yeah. Is a color code and file? That's what I mean. Like, how hard can this be? How hard can it be? Yeah. Come up with new guides and boxes once a month. It's pretty hard to change hex code color and sell in F3. Yeah, but I feel like this was one of the easier ones, right? I feel like of all the things, that's one of the easier ones to do. It was a dev talk. Oh god, it was a dev talk. Yeah. James Bugatti as an NPC. That would be fun. That would be fun, Red. I would love that. What, Shadow Arena? Okay. Let me see if we can find it here. Ted Fallen Guard pin for freebie. Ted Fallen Guard is basically the like what are they called? They're not called Fallen Guard armor. They're called Slumbering Origin. Slumbering Origin gear or pin de Baraka. Okay, so what is Shadow Arena? Shadow Arena is this. It is a game mode where you go in and you PvP and you pick up like skills and stuff and you fight some mobs and you get loot and gear, you get stronger, and then over time the map scrolls in. God fucking yeah, that's right. It's a battle royale, and it's basically what Where Winds Meet have, and that used to be in BDO. BDO used to have a battle royale. Yeah, you can find random weapons to play random classes. Yeah, you go in and you basically find a class, right? So you don't like pre-select. You go in and like here, like you can find weapons. I think in Where Winds Meet. So it's just a PvP game mode. You just queue up. It doesn't take any gear. It doesn't take anything. You find the gear. You find your class, and the classes were simplified, by the way. So it's not like in hardcore server where you have like 4 classes to play, but it's full classes. No, like you go in and there's the different classes, but they're simplified. So even though I'm a warrior main, it doesn't mean that like I have a geek advantage picking up the warrior class, right? And then yeah, when you play, the map closes in, and you fight each other, and then you die. We'll just queue into a new game. You got one here, Relic? Okay, I'll take a look.
Hey, it's Morlem bringing you a guide/gameplay video for the new Battle Royale mode in Black Desert Online.
I was not ready for this,
Arena.
Valkyrie.
As always, check the description for a
that
timestamp
voice.
table of contents if you'd like to skip to a specific part of the video.
Oh, that
Many of us were
voice.
skeptical when BDO announced the Battle Royale mode, but they've actually done a really good job so far, and I've been playing it pretty much non-stop since it came to the NA servers on
This is one of the goated people. Looks like a different game, yeah.
Wednesday.
And this
In
here
case
is
there's
how many years old? 6 years ago, guys. I want you to understand that this here is 6 years ago. Choice is not choice, it's Morland. 6 years ago, guys.
Anyone watching who isn't familiar with the Battle Royale genre, basically you enter an arena with, in this case, 50 other players, and the last person standing wins. You run around killing chests, monsters, or other players in order to get loot and make yourself stronger. You'll need to learn how to work with what you have. Prioritize any chests that you see, since they die more quickly than monsters and have a higher chance to drop skills. You can automatically
pick up
equip
skills
any
as well, right?
upgrades
Yeah.
by pressing G.
Oh, an
Gear is simplified in the
ogre
Shadow Arena, so you don't need to make any complicated decisions about gear choice. If the game
Right.
says to press G, then just press G. All belts give DP, all necks give AP, and rings and earrings give half of each.
what's that thing?
Just like the normal game,
He's the
white
goat,
items
man.
are the worst, followed by green.
Yeah. And then you run around,
One.
you fight, you pick up
Usually these
classes,
are best
bosses
saved
spawn, all
for
that,
the
yeah.
end of the game when the arena is small, and you can bait aggressive opponents to come towards you in a limited space. Regarding the Dark Fog, there are 2
Yeah, and then like you go, you find skills as well for the classes,
mechanics
so it's not
to
like
be
it's a
aware
fully
of.
fleshed out
Just
class.
being in the dark will deal
So
about 25
yeah, you don't really
damage
have a
per
huge
second.
advantage. It also means you can pick up any class and learn it very, very quickly.
But additionally, being in the fog for more than about 2 or 3 seconds will spawn a black
Oh, and you
spirit
drop loot on
monster
death, right? Yeah.
that does a large AoE attack which one-shot kills. Since the attack is an AoE, it will, as long as you get some kind of opening CC. Another thing to keep an eye on in the top 10 is kill feed. By now, you'll generally see some people with 8, 10, or 12.
How does it work? I don't think you can get skills from other classes. I never played it because it was in the middle of the night. It was not on permanently. So people didn't play this all day, no. It was like AOS. It was like AOS, so it had a window where you could play it. And then obviously people played it like crazy. Also, the rewards were insane. There was a lot of botting. Since 2018, 2019, 2018 was the worst, right? So since like 2019, 2020, they've been really good at nuking this stuff. Like, but there's a lot of bots running like speed hackers in 2018 and shit like that. I say a lot. There wasn't crazy amounts like other games, but relative to BDO, was a lot at that time. And there was like people just botting in here, farming shops. Shops like the enhancing materials was super rare and hard to come by.
12 kills, and you'll see their class as well.
So yeah,
Be equipped to
and boosters until
deal
last
with
person standing. Yeah,
that
that
final
happens too,
fight
right?
that
But
I
you can just
know
disable this
is
stuff, right?
coming
You can just
soon.
improve it. You could like, yeah. Also, this game mode did so well that they took it out of the game and made a standalone game. They made a solo standalone Shadow Arena game for Steam. That then died like 2 years ago, whatever. They obviously learned a lot as well from making that. They could make these improvements. They could just, we're linked in. We're linked in, Valkyrie. We're linked in. So that's, for whoever asked, that is what that is. That is what the Shadow Arena is. I have here on my my list. Shadow Arena 2.0. We get to cope a little bit, right? Get to cope a little bit. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And like you could just have these rotating seasons. And I said this like back in the day, right? I would want Shadow Arena to come back and run in seasons. You could do a ranking as well, guys. You're welcome, Whitehound. You could do ranking for this. So you could have like, you have your AOS seasons, the 3v3 rank seasons, and then, that ends. Now you have a Shadow Arena season with rankings, rewards, and you just play it in the same time window. Then that ends. Now we get hardcore server. And like you just have these rotating PvP game mode seasons throughout the year. And like AOS season was a month anyway. Why not? You could, like, if you do this right, you could have like 3 seasons of all the game modes every year. That beats the brakes out of anything we have right now. And I know people are like, I want to play Shadow Arena all day. Yeah, but like having it some is better. And also if it's on all the time, permanently, constantly, people don't play it as much. It's more fun when something is like, yes, dude, come on, Shadow Arena's back. We got a new season. Let's play it. And you log in, you play, and you go hard, and then you get a bit of a break, right? It's like the same to people with AOS. Oh my God, AOS is out, dead game, what are we gonna do now? Wait until the next season. The second a season is there, they're burning out, they're playing 16 hours a day, they're raging, they're mad. Like, if that was on every single time, you can't do that 12 months a year, you can't. I think it's better if you run them in seasons as well. So you get excited about, the next game mode is now coming, just as you're getting tired of the current one. And then, now the next one is coming out. Let's go, fucking Shadow Arena is back. They could do like 3 AOS, 3 hardcore, 3 Shadow Arena, 3 guild leagues per year. Wouldn't it be great? Like always maybe there's 1 week break between them, right? But always one of these seasons running. Always one of them. Wouldn't that be sick? PvP game mode with like a month break in between. Yes, like a month, a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Like surely like a small break in between, right? But in general, always one of these PvP game modes. Hardcore was bad? No, hardcore was great. Hardcore was great. They can improve on it, but like the concept, hardcore was great. You need to make all classes available. I think a lot of people, there was like 4 big things that needed fixing. It was all classes available. Then it was losing durability in PvE. That sucked. Because you ended up, like, the cool thing about hardcore was you were always ready to fight. But when you got to the end of it, like, I think I got, I got top 10 or something, right? Also depending on the class, I couldn't use my best gear. I could not use my best gear. Because it would break before I got new gear. So I couldn't grind with it. I had to switch 4 PvE, it sucked. So like make gear not lose stability in PvE, fix the buffs, make the buffs scale depending on where you are. Like you shouldn't be getting 100 AP buff in the starting zone, that's so silly. So they should like scale, if they're keeping them. And then like all classes, I think that's one more thing, like one more big thing. And then, now it's popping, This game is dying day a day. BDO is dead game. Yeah, dead game, dying. Constantly dying. It's been dying for the last 10 years. It's crazy, dude. Despite having quite literally the highest player count on Steam in the recorded history for the last 2 months. For those months. But yeah, it's a dead game. Yeah, we get it. It's just. We'll come back a ball? Yeah, like they come back for content. Okay, that's what it is. It doesn't matter about the ball or anything. People come back for the freebies, of course, the ball. But they come back for content, for new stuff. That is the thing that really drives. And then the question isn't about them coming back. The question is how many of them sticks around afterwards. And that is determined by all the stuff happening in between the content drops. Hey, what's up, Seth? All right, so all these people sleep on the quality of life updates throughout the year of the game, the improvements. Because like a lot of that stuff is what actually keeps the people that come back for the content drops hanging around longer. So don't sleep on the like improving the new player experience. Yeah, like the gearing progression, the quality of life, the weight changes, all that. So we work from a dynamizer for new players? Yes, exactly, right, player. But like I think they might be doing a completely revamp of the entire experience. I have like new player rework leveling experience on there. They're doing the Olvia Academy. So yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like it's one of those I could put on for that slight chance, Crimsicle, but I don't know what to put it on instead. To Copium, I gotta respect that. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I came back to prep for Savior, my man, same. Or just more PP content. I don't know if that is true, Quaker. It might be. I think a lot of the non-surprisingly, a lot of the content, like the good content being added to video, actually just is taken one for one from mobile. Yeah, mobile makes them a ton of money. So they've had a huge like dev team on there for years. A lot of the stuff that came out for PC was like, oh great, this is awesome. It was already on mobile for years. Yeah, so I could see that being more like what content, like PvP content, is there on mobile that's not on PC at the moment? I think like Arena started on mobile, right? They had that on mobile for ages before we got it as well. But like it's some content on there that's not on PC at the moment. It's measurable. It will actually make Savior an Ascension. It will be. Like almost guaranteed. You might as well get disappointed right away. I don't know why you're disappointed about being Ascension, but like get disappointed. Like the PC control, actually clapping mobile console friends, yeah. I don't see much reason anymore not to do it. It would be like marketplace stuff, fairly alright. But since console is caught up now, they got the next gen. There really isn't a lot of reasons not to anymore. I love that live skill on the couch. Yeah. Keep on quick. Let me also swap between two completely different playstyles, same class. Okay. Yeah. So you're one of the players that like basically playing two classes in one. Okay, that's totally understandable. Yeah, you don't get that with Ascension. Fully understandable. Me personally, I never really like that. I don't care if it's Succession or like I like the identity of the class. It's like I play Awakened Warrior, I don't play Sock Warrior. Totally understandable. Yeah, that if you're one of those people, sure. Then Ascension is it's just less class. Now we get the 100k crowns. Why not 200? Basically a different game. It is. It's its own game. But there's a lot of like similarities, and a lot of the game modes have been ported, the systems, the gearing, and all that. Of course, they're like that's. But this is its own separate game. It is very different. Got like 8K grinding on and all that. Yeah. Game is rough. Isn't some new gacha coming every month? Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Universal weapons to solve it anyway. True, Sobby. True. Can I claim yesterday's drop? No. I mean, if you have earned it, then you should be able to go into your inventory, and if it's claimable, sure, claim it. No. Silver in my head, but if it double, fear would be stuck around as relevant info. Yeah, you're right. It probably didn't double. It's probably a reduction rather than an increase. Let's be real. Universal weapons. Right. I can. So your gear is universal. Basically, remove restrictions on weapons. So all your gear in your entire wheel have no class restrictions, except the weapons. My weapon is Warrior Valkyrie, Warrior Exclusive, Warrior Valkyrie Guardian, right? Remove that. That's it. Basically, if I put my great sword on a witch, it becomes an art sphere. I take it out of the inventory, I take it on, boom, it's an art sphere. So you can use all your gear on all your classes. And the stuff I want, I go a bit further than that. That's a simplified version, that's what they have on mobile, I believe. Where basically, like, they remove the class restrictions on weapons on mobile. I want to go further. I want them to put all life skill gear in here, And I want them to make this tab the combat tab. I want the combat tab to just be applied on all my characters, just like this here is. This tab here is on all my characters at once. I want to put all my life skill gear in here. I wanted to make like a pin, like a prion armor that has all mastery, like my armor, my prion, all of this. So I have all my life skill gear on all my characters and all my combat gear on all my characters at all time. That's what I want. So Chuvala obsolete? Chuvala for boss ults obsolete? Yes. I want to have my full gear on my boss ults. And once people have their full gear on boss ults, then maybe PA can make good, fun, hard world bosses again. Instead of these loot pinatas. Yeah. Isn't that OP? Why is it OP? I have the gear, Raz. Why is it OP that I use the gear that I have? That makes no sense. The issue is that they have to, they had to nerf down world bosses, for example, to be based around Chuvala gear. Because, well, people never bother taking out the mains out. And we did in the past, right? But eventually, like, I just gotta hit it once, I get some loot, it's whatever, who cares, right? So now, like, they just never die, whatever, right? Yeah. It also skips the tag nonsense. It does, it does. Then you don't need, like, people wanting a third tag, you don't need that. You have all the gear and all the characters now. You just go and you play the class. And the tagging will still exist, but only for, like, having two characters same spot. You wouldn't need gear copying anymore. Remove it. That's what I want. I mean, they don't have to do a wardrobe tab, but like, sure, whatever, right? I don't care how they do it. I just want it. Do I have to figure out what to do with the shy? Okay. How about this, Ginger? How about this? They just delete. I mean, they just fix the weapon. They just make it a normal weapon. They just make it a normal weapon. Problem solved. They just make it a normal sovereign weapon. Who cares? Boom, done. Gives a fuck. What do you want to see from node war changes? Just 2-hour node war and construction. I think that's the most important. And I have another one, White Hound. So the 2-hour construction, right? I think that's the number one needed change. And I have another one, and that is get rid of capped node wars. I would get rid of capped node wars completely, get rid of capped siege completely, and I would do just like one tier of node wars and stuff, and I would actually, I do understand the need for it, but I would make an equalized one. I think any type of capped content in the game should just utilize AOS gear systems. So you don't have capped gear, you just have a AOS gear preset, and you do this content, and now it uses that. I think it's easier to balance. You don't need to change caps around all the time and fuck with that. Like you have like one time you have a great cap, and then they change it, and now people are unkillable. Next time changes, now people get one shot. I think any cap content should just utilize a gear preset system. I think that's better. Like in AOS. So that's what I would do it. Large martial art uncapped version, capped is good for new players at least. Exactly. I agree with that. There should be some sort of capped style. I think should be equalized, not capped. For people to dip their toes in. I think that is healthy. But just make it equalized. Are your servers a fresh start servers? Yes and no, Big Daddy Hunt. So hardcore server was something we had in the game for a while. It was basically testing it out. It was just testing. Like right now, there's like a testing of Blue Battlefield, right? And it went on for like a month or so, 2 months. What it was sort of a fresh start. You made a new specific character for the hardcore server, but you could only play in the hardcore server 2 hours a day, which I think was great because it then equalized how much you could play. So someone like me, I play BDO for a living. I can put in a lot of hours of playing BDO every day. I had the same 2 hours that you did. And we started from the same, no gear, all that, right? You went out, it was sort of like a battle royale system, an extraction game, like Tarkov, I think people compared it to. I never played that. But I think they compared to Tarkov. You went out, you killed mobs, you could drop loot, you could use that, and you collected points, and then you had to extract within 2 hours to get your points to spend, and then you could spend it on buying stuff in the game for your main stuff outside of the game. And it was crazy silver power. Like, I made 6 billion silver in 45 minutes. Every day. It took me 45 minutes to max out my points. 6 billion silver. 45 minutes every day. Ooh, it was great, dude. It was great. It was great. It was freaking great. But I kept playing for 2 hours. Even after maxing out my points, I kept playing because it was fun. So you would go out, you would grind gear. You could attack people. You could break their gear. You could steal their points. At one time, Choice played as well, right? I think Choice won. And then he got rank 1. At one time, right, if you killed Choice, you got 1 billion silver. Killing another player, like Choice was rank 1 at the time, if you killed him, you got so many points killing him, it was equal to 1 billion silver for killing one guy in PvP. 1 billion silver. That was great, dude. Yeah, so you had a bounty on your head. Like, so you could hunt other players, and the top 10 you could see on the map, right? So you could see where all the top 10 players were when they're playing. So you could go and hunt them if you wanted to, but like there's probably a reason why people are top 10. So it was cool. It was a lot of fun. There was some issues with it. The biggest issue was that it was only 4 classes available. So if you played one of those classes as your main, you had a huge advantage. But it was the test run. Hopefully they would do all classes, right? And there's like 3-4 other things that we need to change, but we haven't seen that. It's almost a year ago. I think it was it in February or something like that? Tamer was not available in that one, no. It was Sorc, Ranger, Warrior, and Zerger. Those were the 4 classes. But they said that they were going to... The plans was to rotate classes every season. We've only had that one season. So that's why it's on the... Hopefully it's reworked, it's updated, improved. They've hopefully allowed all classes available. Or they changed it into something like this where it's not a full class, right? There's different ways you could do it where it's still going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. Plays well, it's a ton of fun. Yeah, it was, man. It was fun. Yeah. Being my whole eyes, I feel like heaven. I got you guys. Yeah. No problem, Vic. So yeah, that's like I hope, and I played it a lot, right? I really enjoyed it. I did play my own class, right? But just as a whole, it really felt a lot like OG BDO, in the sense that like there was a penalty to dying, and everyone was flagged. You could attack anyone, and you didn't have to like switch gear and add-ons and crystals. That stuff didn't exist on hardcore server. You just played your class, and like the items you got, they had different so you got the attack speed and everything once you got the gear. But you saw someone, you just run there and kill them if you wanted to. You were out grinding, somebody could just come and attack you, and it was like 2 hours of gameplay, but it was so much fun. I really hope they make these changes that I want to see, because like obviously I'm always correct about what I want. My opinion, like it's obviously what I think is the right thing. So I hope they do these changes and bring it back as a rotating season. It was so good. If it makes a new PC, yeah, I'll like update this as well, right? It would be great. It would be great. It would be so good. So this is also on my Copium list, yeah. Shadow Arena, like a battle royale, yeah. Team mode, like hardcore, we can steal spells from all classes, some too. Yeah, like something like this, yeah. Could be cool. Do spells from class, yeah. That like you kill somebody, you can get the ability. So you have like a wizard doing a like circle spin. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. All right, but yeah, like that's a hardcore server. I guess you could. Sorry, no, this is this is Shadow Arena. Look at this, man. Look at this. It was a Torix. Where are my sovereign weapon glows? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? I mean, there's just a lot of ways they could do it and make it fun and engaging. So, yeah, I'm very much of the opinion that there can be too many game modes. But if you have a lot of different game modes, you just rotate them. Like, you shouldn't have AOS and Shadow Arena at the same time. But they could just make... It was the pork chops. They could just make, like, a ranking as well for Shadow Arena. So you could go in and you could earn points. Also, they did that for hardcore server. There's a ranking for hardcore. And you got, like, end of season rewards. Why don't we have, like, 2 months of AOS, a month of nothing? I'm just spitballing here. It could be less. It could be a week. It could be 2. Like 2 months of AOS, 2 weeks of nothing. 2 months of Shadow Arena, 2 weeks of nothing. 2 months of hardcore server, 2 weeks of nothing. 2 months of Guild League, 2 weeks. Like, just whatever it is, right? You could change numbers all around. But like this constantly having at least one PvP game mode in the game. Rotating, like a ranked type of game mode for PvP. Would be great. I think that would dope. Shadow Arena hardcore servers, but if you have rotation, like you said, it would be great. Exactly, right? And that's, if it's a rotation, I think you'll be gonna be more willing to try out the other game modes. And of course, they should be improving them. I think a big reason why, like, obviously people like different games, right? Some people like Battle Royales, and other people like Tarkov, and other people like fucking TFT, right? So, like, having some different options, and then also, it means that you don't get bored out of the same one. Like, you know the AOS players, right? They go giga hard, and they burn out. Like, oh my lord. Imagine having AOS up 12 months a year. Bro, we got enough bald people playing BDO. Like, we don't need to be pumping them out of a factory, right? That would, like, people would just crash out. Even more so. Like, just having these rotations also makes you excited. The second AOS is over, people are already like, God damn it, when is next season? And then as soon as AOS is going on, it's like, oh my god, when does this end? Oh my lord, I forgot how much I hate this game mode, right? Fucking raging out, playing 16 hours a day. It needs to have like these rotations, so you get excited for when it starts, and you're happy that it ends, right? I think that would be great. But now, or it is gone. That's the thing, right, Beso? That's why it's bad. If the game mode is up all the time, you don't play it at all. That's the truth. Right? So the idea of, well, if it's up all the time, then you don't feel pressure to play it. You just play it when you want. And the truth is, you just then never do it. Never do it. FOMO isn't always bad. Like, why do today what you can postpone to tomorrow? Same goes with playing something else, right? Like playing like AOS. Oh, I can do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow I can do that tomorrow, and so like, and just never get it done. And then like it just dies out instead of actually like, oh, okay, now it's here. We gotta play it. Let's get the most of it. Let's have some fun. Right, and then yeah, then it's over, and now you're happy. Like you're looking forward to next time. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's like look at Shadow Arena, right? The standalone game. You can play that all the time. Isn't that crazy? They made Shadow Arena a standalone game so you could play it all the time. That game is fucking dead now. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. No, so, like we're MMO players. We're playing an MMO. It's healthy. It's good. It's what actually keeps it. What's up, Grim? It's what keeps us playing the game a lot, right? It's having different things to do at different times and all that. Like, I like grinding, but I don't want to do it all the time. Sometimes I do other stuff. Right. That's why League rotate the game modes. Even Earth is boring after a while. Exactly, January. Exactly. It's just simple, like basic human nature and behavioral pattern. It's good, it's healthy, and as much as we think that's bad, no, we as players and humans enjoy it more. Just enjoy it more. Yeah. It's like, okay, so you also get stuff done that way. It's like, you motherfuckers never clean your room. You can make your bed at any time. You could go make your bed right now. You could go clean your room right now. But you don't, because you could also do that tomorrow. Until, of course, well, like someone you fancy is coming over. Oh, you got that date. Oh, shit, like the girl, the boy, the femme, whatever it is coming over. Oh, shit, like, oh my God, I gotta clean. I gotta clean the room, the bed. Oh, there we go, right? And boom, you get it fucking done, because now you don't have time. It's the same with your homework. You could do your homework right now, but you ain't fucking doing it. Yeah, you're not doing it until it's the night before, and now, oh crap, now I gotta do it, it's ending. It's great, then you get it done. Yeah, that's the same with game modes. If you can always play the game mode, you never do it. It's good that there is an ending that's in seasons, yeah? My computer's evil on the other hand, for sure. Fallen Guard. Fallen Guard is Sombering Origin Armors. Yeah. Calling out shadows, we're supposed to call out the devs. Sorry. It goes both ways, right? We're calling out the devs by parting out the shadows, right? The devs need to do it so it works for us. That's the point. That's the point. Sometimes what we think we want is not what we need. It sucks, but it is true. It is true. My sister's coming over, I need to clean because I prefer being alive. Yeah, I was doing the other way, man. I was so not cleaning, and then like once in a while my parents were visiting, and my mom got so mad that she started cleaning. She couldn't deal with it. It was like that. There's no way. So yeah, there we go. That works too, man. That works too. It was a demo. Like true. Yeah. Yep. This is Calpheon Ball Bingo, so nothing of this is announced. This is purely expectations and cope and hope and dreams and future disappointments. So nothing of this is. This is purely like what we either hope to see, think to see, a mixture of both and all that. Acres rework, I don't think they'll do that. The videos YouTube made me decide to start video. Ooh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Just a little worried about how it is for large scale PvP. Would it be better of the striker? Love warrior class. Warrior is completely garbo in large scale PvP. But I don't know how far into the game you are, Psycho. I will say this. If you are planning to do well in large scale PvP, you have to accept already now that you're going to be tagging a class specifically for that. So you don't need to worry about picking your class that you're going to be using for large scale PvP right now. Pick the class you think is badass, it's cool, you want to play. You're probably going to be playing hundreds of hours of that class before you really do any large scale PvP. And if you want to excel, you're going to be playing a meta class, right? Striker is okay. Warrior is complete garbo. It depends, right, what you'll need. You can go like a tanky build and striker or things like that. But you have a tag anyway, have your main enjoyment, and then have a large scale PvP tag that's just great for that. Yeah. That would be my recommendation. Get to that point first. You need to get to the end game, it's not even end game for large scale. You have cap PvP now, cap node wars, cap sieges, all that. So you don't really need to get end game, but get to the point where you're in a guild and you're gonna do this or looking for a guild, and then at that point you can see what's great at that. And then tag that, play it, find one of those meta class you think looks cool, give it a go, and yeah. Focus on just playing and gearing up. Right. That's what I think. But between those two, Striker is definitely better because it's at least playable. A Warrior is completely unplayable. Even after the boss we're getting tomorrow, which is a nice boss, it's completely unplayable for large scale. Completely unplayable. Yeah. Copium addiction, yes. Gotta be a lot of 2016 savior mains. Yeah, I'm not like those people, Grim. Like I'm not like those bottom 2016 savior mains, bottom rerollers. No, I've been a main since 2014. Yeah, I'm a main since 2014. 2016. Can't relate. I'm a warrior main, by the way, Sakudos. I still like I'm gonna be playing Savior, right, and trying that out, but I'm still a warrior main. I still play warrior. I've been playing it for 7-8 years now. And I wouldn't be playing the game for this long. I wouldn't have all this gear if it wasn't for warrior, because I love the class. Even if it's bad, and then I would have like another tag for large scale myself. So definitely pick the class you think is dope. Oh yeah, CP. Yeah, check him out for large scale striker. Yep. Yep. Don't say PDO for me. Penis ball or something huge. Yeah, no, a class should never save the game for you, right, Delik? Like a new class, even if it's a class you love, it doesn't change the game. Like you can take your favorite class, like a perfect class, and put it into like a shit game. Yeah, like game's gonna be shit. Who cares? So like honestly, if you're not enjoying PDO, if there's things in PDO you're not enjoying, just play something else, man. Wildwind's Meat right now seems to be popping off. Game looks freaking awesome. Play that, man. Have some fun. And like this is the thing with especially MMOs. I feel like a lot of people have this toxic relationship, where you feel like you're married to the game. You're not. Just because you stop playing the game doesn't mean that you can't play it again. Like I haven't played League of Legends in like 5 years. I played a game of Aurum a couple months ago. Yeah, I'm allowed to do that, right? Yeah, you're allowed to just play a video game for fun. It's so simple. Yeah, just go back and play PDO if they do the stuff you want to that you enjoy. Don't feel like hate playing or whatever. Just play something else, have some fun. Try something different out. You still like the game, but there's things in it that annoys you. Don't do those things. This is why I don't PvP on Warrior. I freaking hate PvP on Warrior right now. It makes me want to log out of PDO. So I just don't do it. I do all the other things in the game I want to do. Exactly, Dylan, right? So like that's the way it is, right? You just gotta wait to see if they ever do it. And if they don't do it, then so be it, right? That's a healthy approach to it. You're saying video is not my second job? I mean, it can be. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, right? Oh. Just make sure you lube up. But Battlegrounds a hot stone, cause like the more open like game. Exactly, right? Exactly. And that's okay too. You can treat it like a game. Of course, it would be ideal if the game was everything we wanted to be at all times, and especially the aspect of the game that we liked was the stuff in the way we liked it. But a lot of times, what you like specifically in like a game mode or system of the game, 90% of other people don't like it that way, right? So it's also this, people have different ideas of what the game should be and what PA should be doing. And like, oh, they did a decision, and like, oh, this is terrible because I like that thing. But maybe 90% of the players engaged with this hated it. So it's a lot of confirmation bias as well, but it also just sucks to be that 10% then that liked it. So you missed a joke? No, I didn't. I read it, but I was mid-yap Valkyrie. It was a proper good old dad joke. Okay? Scissors is my favorite class. It has cutting edge design. I didn't miss it. I just saved it for later. Editor, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Gunshot, man. Do you think the 5% AP cap was a good change? Yes and no. I like the idea and I like the good thing. I don't like how it takes away a lot of like scaling feel. But it also solved a lot of issues because of doing that. I would have preferred, and I still prefer, if they did a more soft scale off instead of going from 100% to 5%. It feels too much, and it feels too abrupt, and it just doesn't feel good. I would like if they had done maybe from 100 to a 50% scaling, but 20 to a 5 at different levels. Or like at least like not just a fucking hard cutoff. The issue though, by having like the 70% is you make older spots too scalable with higher gear. Like for example, right now, a lot of people might not realize this. One of the best grind spots in the game, in some cases, the best grind spot in the game right now is Tonguered Ruins. So if you go in here on global grind, right? So here, just regular drop rate, right? All that. There are some people able to do 48. Why did it do that? Why is it doing this? There we go. Right. 48,000 trash at Tonguered Ruins without Aegis. And that's with a 5% AP scaling. For some of the classes that can do this, it is quite literally the best grind spot in the entire game. Without Aegis, people are able to do 80k plus with Aegis. You play a Musa, Awakening Musa, and Awakening Sage can do almost that. And obviously you need to be geared and good and everything, right? So imagine if this place had a 70% AP scaling. Bro, like fucking Osaka with a 70% AP scaling would blow all these out the water too. So you like it does solve a bit of an issue with having all places be better and scale too much. And if all places scale too much, how do you make new places better? Well, you inflate their value. And inflating silver and inflating value grind is not always bad. There's good things about it. It means that your progression becomes cheaper, but it also hyper accelerates the cost. And that's the kind of stuff that made PA increase crunchstone prices. I hope you guys understand this, right? The hyperinflation on grind spots over time was a driving factor behind increasing crunchstone prices to keep up with this inflation. So, like it's yes, I don't love the 5% cap, but I think at least some sort of like 5% cap is necessary for the long-term progression, health, and income on these spots. I would prefer if it wasn't a hard cutoff, but a more soft scaling. So you still had value like a 50% cap, like next 100 AP or whatever. So you had some scaling at these spots. It feels bad the moment you hit that. It's like, oh, okay, now it's just not, now my AP is worthless until it goes to the next tier, which you might not do for a while. It just doesn't feel good. So I don't know what the best solution is, but that's my view on it. I hope it makes some sense. Yeah. Out of 50k with Aegis, you gotta pump out those numbers, man. You gotta pump out those numbers. Under the spots, Stockman is good, yeah. Stockman is crazy out here, yeah. Do you even math this question? Hell no, dude. Math, not even once. That's dangerous. No, the spots do need either like a 0% or 5% cap grog. A 30% cap will also scale too much. Like again, here, let me explain. Right, so here, this number here, Tonguered Ruins. This is somebody like me that does this. This is people with like hard cap gear, people that cap out Zephyr Castle AP as well. So the cap at Tonguered is 1400 AP, and we have over 2000 AP. So even with a 5% cap, we gain 30 actual AP. And that is why people, just that 30 AP is enough for people to really start plowing through this. It is super significant, the 30 AP from the 5% scaling. Now imagine if that was 30%. So now I have 600 AP. And so that would be 180 AP. That's 180 AP. 30 actual effective AP is potentially making the spot the best in the game. Even 30% is too much for long term. And think about this. We're probably gonna have 3000 AP, total AP next year. So like these old spots would just scale too hard until we literally end up one-shotting them, and they're like, yeah, it's just it makes it borderline impossible to long-term balance. This place here would be like 6 billion silver if it was a 30 AP scaling. Or maybe not 6. It would be like 5 billion. So now we're talking over 1 billion silver an hour better than the hardest spot in the game because of this. So now they would have to buff Zephyr. Maybe 2.5. Okay, 2.5. Like whatever, right? You get the point. You get the point. So I think they should just do a progressive scaling. I 100% think that a 5% cap or even a hard cap is healthy, but it should have been a progressive scaling, so you still like get some value. It does not feel good. It feels good feeling like you're killing faster. That is, you make people force you to just grind the next spot when you... Yes, Groggy, yes. What is the alternative? That we still go back to Sequoia and we make better silver at a 260 AP spot than a 380 AP spot. Yeah, I mean, yes. It's like saying that it's bad that I can't grind and Courage in World of Warcraft and still get competitive gear. Yeah, the game moves forward. That's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. They just need to make more like fun grind spots as well. So like I would love a tongue grid style grind spot. I love tongue grid. If they would make a more in-game tongue grid style grind spot, great. But no, it's okay that old spots die out over time. In terms of value, that's totally fine. If you still want to grind, you can. Like, why should you be making like the same silver per hour at tongue grid ruins as you can at Zephyr Castle? Just because you want to grind it, that's great, but that doesn't mean that you should be making the same silver as the newest, hardest, best spot in the game. Yeah, maybe Milkos. I grind Tenebrum, or Zephyr has no problem, still go nymph because it's brain dead and chill, and I make basically the same money twice. Yeah, like the difference isn't gigantic, and you can still do this. Like I grind different places too. I mean, fuck, I go out and grind DSR. I grind some tongue grid as well. Now I'm grinding Zephyr. Like, you're not hard locked into doing another spot. People have this like weird idea that you need to do it. They also don't understand the actual value of spots a lot of times. They'll just go here and look at the silver, right? But what if I'm selling all the stuff out of Zephyr Castle? Right? Let's say I sell all the stuff I get. I have all the crystals, everything I need. I sell everything. Well, most of this value gets taxed. Whereas if I go to, say, DSR, I don't sell anything because I need hungers and I need BMCs. So this is untaxed value and this is tax value. Now suddenly there might actually be the same silver value. And I can just grind DSR if that's what I want. So, like, no, I don't agree with that, Gregor. I don't think that's, like, the way it really is. I think also it's totally fine that, well, newer, harder spots are better. Right? If they're not, well, then people want them buffed. And now we have this hyperinflation. I think controlled inflation is good. I think time-gated is more annoying than AP caps. Yeah. I don't mind, like, a soft time gate. Again, like, I think when you're saying time gate, you're, like, specifically talking about the Dana upgrade stones. I hate that shit, too. I think it's very good with, like, a baseline. So you have the castles, but then there should also be a very low drop chance grind item on top, right? Transplay formula too? That's the thing, right? people don't want to see the cost go up, but PA wants you to spend X amount of hours getting a gain. So if you make more silver, then, well, they're going to increase the cost. Time gain. Oh, like, okay, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. Maybe I'm biased on this, Shinruns, because I play a shit PvE class, but because of the time gate on like these new pillar spots, which are basically just, pillars. Like, down is fucking pillar spots. Because of this like time gate there is on the spawn, it means that PvE is actually balanced somewhat. I hate it. Tongue Grid, it's my favorite of the newer spots, right? But I play a garbage PvE class, so finally, like, I can finally grind the same amount of like trash per hour as good classes because we're hitting the fucking cap, all of us. I hit the cap, like, I get respawns out at Ziffer's castle on my warrior, so like I'm chilling. So I know that's like a very, very biased take of a garbage grinder. It was a chicken, right? That's what I mean. But it doesn't feel good. It's one of those things. It doesn't feel good. I agree. It doesn't feel good. But I don't completely hate it. But that's because I barely reach the caps, right? So it doesn't really slow me down too much. I don't really feel it. But I know that other people that play busted ass classes, they make the same as me now because of it. So. Yeah. Like, it doesn't feel that bad, you know. And also, the simple solution would be to balance PvE, but forget about that. Bro, PA couldn't balance the way out of a wet paper bag. So, the capping on grind spots was basically their solution to balancing PvE. If you can't balance 30 classes, just balance 5 grind spots. There we go. Now all classes are balanced, at least on those spots. And you see the problem, right? So here, like, context on warrior, fully buffed everything. I was doing like 65k trash with 65k trash with Agris and yellow, and you have other classes that are just big chilling, doing 70, 80k trash, right? Like 80k plus with Agris. So this is a place where the class difference really shows because it's an old style spot, right? Yeah. It sucks. Why can't it just balance it? But there you go. Make a box spot 2.0, like. Couldn't agree more. Skill issue. Hey, listen, I'm getting buffed tomorrow, Uncle. I'm getting warrior buffs tomorrow. Look at that, pull way more. Yep. Excited chicken. Way more than new zones. I agree, like 100%. I agree. I much prefer Tongue Grid. I love those styles running. I don't like pillar spots. I'm not saying I prefer. And just getting buffed. Just buff me. Just buff warrior, okay? Bring back old spots and just buff the weak PvE classes. That's what I would want. I'm just saying it's not all bad. There is actually some positives with this, and there's a reason for a lot of these changes. But we don't care about that. What we do care about is this shit. Hit the follow, guys. I'm gonna be off until Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I had a blast, and I hope you guys did too. But yo, look at this. Ba la 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 llama. Ba la la llama. Oh, isn't it great? And also looks like a huge penis.